What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. Wanted to do another video in the daytime, a little bit better lighting, see things just a little bit better. I said I'd come back with an update, but unfortunately the only update I have for you guys is that since the 25th when the accident happened, I haven't heard anything. I was told by Turo that I would hear back within 24 hours, and then I heard that I'd get something back within 1 business day. I do understand it was the Thanksgiving weekend, so that very well may have played a role in why it's taking so long. But I did file the claim on the 25th, and today would be 1 business day after, because yesterday obviously was the first business day where it probably would have been submitted, and today should have been when I heard back from them, and it's going on 4 o'clock. So nothing from Turo yet, which leaves me really nervous. Now here's what I've done. I've gone ahead and priced the parts for this thing in case it ends up that I have to fix it myself. I've just got a really uneasy feeling about this. Last time Turo took good care of me. They were very quick, but I handled basically everything myself. I went to the dealership, got an estimate and all of that, but in this case the car's not drivable, which means I would have to tow it to a shop, then tow it to another shop, and then tow it back, and that gets rather expensive. So I was really hoping that they were going to come out here and handle this. I was told I'd get an email from their claims support center. I never got an email. I tried to contact them thinking there's a hotline, and there's really not. You call the hotline and you push 5 to get in touch with a representative regarding a damage claim, and it simply tells you to send an email to the email address that they emailed you from, but they never sent me an email, so I don't have that email address. And then there's another option to text from your phone, which I did, and still haven't heard anything. So what I've done is I've priced the fender. Fender is $88 for a CertiFit fender, which will need to be painted, but I came in contact with a pretty good body guy over the last few days. The side skirt right here that's missing, that's going to be about $130, $88 for the fender. The bumper is rather expensive. The bumper comes out to $386, but that comes painted. It'll already be painted to the color code for this car. So that will take care of the body work. I can replace the bumper, I can put the fender back on. There's a couple miscellaneous parts like a splash shield that goes inside the wheel well here. That's about another $30, no big deal. These rims, I've had a really hard time sourcing these because these are the pony editions, and people don't tend to get rid of them. But I did find a set locally on Craigslist for $500 with tires, because these 2 tires I would not trust ever again after smashing into a curb like that and rubbing up against these jagged metal pieces. So I cannot find just 2 rims, but I did find an entire set of ponies with good tires, like almost brand new tires, for $500. So that's probably what I'd go with there. Now, getting into the undercarriage, I've been under here the last time, but hopefully you guys can see a little better today. You can see the oil leaking right here, and if you look up you can see it's dripping out of that boot. That's where it's come from. I have had this thing fired up, and I'll start it up for you guys here in just a minute. I showed you the control arm before. It's really difficult to see because of the weird angle that we have here, but I'll try to get you a better view of it right here. Sorry about that. This is the control arm, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's been up. It's been up pretty good. Yeah, it's shot. But the control arm is $66. This rack and pinion, that's a whole nother story. It's about $200 for the entire rack. I'll go ahead and replace the tie rods, because as you can see right here, I know that it's not, there you go, you can see that that's been damaged as well. So I'll go ahead and replace the tie rods. Those are cheap, you know, control arms about $60 to $80. Look at about $200 for another rack. Tie rods are not much, you know, probably 30-40 bucks for the set. We'll come out of here, and it looks like this looks like this lower grill right here just popped out. I'm almost certain it's not damaged and I can use it on the next bumper. Obviously the lights are still good and everything. And then of course comes taking it down for an alignment to make sure I don't have a bent rear axle or anything. I have lifetime alignment on all of my cars. Even if you do suspension work, they still realign it for free at Firestone. Other than that, really the only thing that I should have to get painted is this side skirt that's gone on the other side and the fender, and I'm certain from the gentleman I talked to that I can get that done for no more than $300-400. So that's the good news. If I have to repair it myself, yeah, it's going to be costly, but I dropped my keys. It's not going to cost $5,000 or $6,000 to get it done. Get this car passed by. What's going on, guys? The interior still smells like burnt tire. Sucks. It smells bad in here, guys. Like, that's something that's got to be taken care of. I'll go ahead and I haven't started it up in a couple days, but let's. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Thank God the airbags didn't go off. And look at this, guys. Obviously, there's no power steering, and the wheels don't move. Look at the play in this steering wheel. I mean, look, this is just a finger, guys. Look at the amount of play. And I know you may be thinking, well, it's got 96,000 miles, guys. I put brand new struts, brand new tie rods, inner and outer, control arms, ball joints, shocks, sway bar links. I went through the whole damn suspension. This thing was tight, and now it's just sloppy junk. But I believe I can fix it. So if Turo does not take care of it, guys, you will get to follow along while I build this baby back up, and you'll get to see it when it's done. God, she's beautiful, guys. My baby right here. She's a tough car, no doubt about it. I love this thing. That exhaust is just love it. Alright guys, so I wanted to mention something because I've had a lot of people, and I appreciate all your comments, for better or worse. I appreciate your comments, taking the time to comment. I'll take the time to respond to you. A lot of people are like, man, I can't believe, you know, that happened to your car. I would have shot the guy, would have beat his ass, I would have hunted him down, tracked him down. I want to answer another question. How did I find the car if he just left it? Well, he was nice enough to call me and tell me where the car was left at so I could go pick it up, even though there were no keys. I did get the keys back, obviously, because it's running. He came and he apologized to me, and I don't believe he was drunk or anything. He has a federal job, and he's for the FAA, and he cannot miss work or he loses his job. So he put the car in the nearest safe spot he could find, and he went to work. Maybe I still feel uneasy about it, but I talked to him on the phone that night. He was not intoxicated. He was at work. As far as hunting him down, beating his ass or whatever, you know, let me just tell you this, guys. Do I love the car? Absolutely. I've put a lot of money and a lot of my time and sweat and a little bit of blood into this car. And, you know, it's a fun car and I enjoy it, but it's a car, guys. You know, it's just a car. And to answer another question, seems to be a big question. why in the hell would I rent my car out on Turo? Why would I rent my cars out and risk something like this happening? Guys, I really don't talk about how much I make very often, but this will be one of the times that I try to help you guys out with this. I make over $100,000 a year now, and there's going to be a ton of people that say, well, I don't believe you, and that's fine. I don't care. You don't have to believe me. It makes no difference to me. Some people are like, are you renting your car out because you're broke? No, in fact, it's the exact opposite, people. I rent my cars out because I need the mileage deductions. And when something like this happens, you know, if I end up having to do this myself, I can charge labor for it, okay? Any shop would. I can get a few estimates on what this would cost, and I can get an average of those estimates, and that's reasonable for me to charge that to fix this. If it's a total loss, it's a tax write-off, okay? Everything is a tax write-off. I have 3 cars on Turo that are getting a lot of miles driven on them, and those miles are a deduction. It's a tax write-off at the end of the year, which means it offsets my income, and my income has gotten to a point where I really need these deductions so that I don't end up paying thousands and thousands of dollars in taxes at the end of the year. So yes, this is decent income. It pays pretty well, but for me, it's really not about the income from these cars. It's more about getting that write-off at the end of the year. So I hope that answers your question, guys. Again, they're just cars, all right? They're fun, they're great, whatever. They're just cars. This one I'm a little partial to, obviously, but at the end of the day, it's still just a car. So, guys, I hope I answered some of your questions. Feel free to comment below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I got several videos I plan on coming up with today, posting out today, so get ready for those. As always, like, comment, subscribe, be safe out there, and Uber on.